Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei is my name, your PMD for hire, producer of marketing and distribution. AdamDanielMezei.com is another place you might want to check out. Thanks for watching and welcome to Toronto. It's very snowy out here in my backyard, and I promised, save for yesterday when I just couldn't soil my trousers, I promised I'd be out here every single day. Thanks again for being here. So yesterday, episode 349, my colleague in arms on the internet, Vincent Ferrari, at insignificantthoughts.com, had his episode on validation, and Vinny was talking about not needing validation from his audience, wanting to do his videos anyway, but sometimes liking to get some kind of response from his particular viewers. And this kind of thing really had me thinking about a whole lot of different things in relation to Vincent Ferrari and his show, Insignificant Thoughts, or ITTV. And I'm going to just pick up on some of those themes today that I think are small tweaks to Vincent's overall program. Now, everybody knows Vinny is the kind of guy that is a free speech absolutist, as he refers to himself. He's very opinionated, and we like him for that. And in fact, he's very educational in his being very opinionated. I don't think he was using the right terms, Vinny. I don't think you really meant to say validation. What you're looking for is appreciation. And not appreciation like a grab ass, but you're looking for a kind of an audience engagement sign. You want a sign from your audience members that they're actually picking up on your content. The question I had for you was, do you know who your audience is? Is your audience everybody? If I were consulting and you said, my audience is anybody from 18 to 64 with something to grind, with an axe to grind, somebody that has just basically a position on something and wants to get it out there and wants to debate with me in a bar over a pint of beer or some kind of a parlor chat. I don't know if that would necessarily be an appropriate response. You probably want to know who your audience is, and you want to engage them properly, and you want that audience, once they've been defined and once they've been engaged, you want them to get back to you and to let you know that they care about what you're doing. And that could mean a variety of different things for you, Vinny. That could mean that they're passing your links around. That could mean that they're evangelizing you on Twitter. That can mean that they're leaving comments at your various different outposts. And for those of you who don't know, Vinny's got his videos up everywhere. They're at Insignificant Thoughts TV. That's your best starting point. But if you're on YouTube or if you're on blip.tv, those are also good places to pick up Vinny's content. Vinny, another way that you're going to get some audience engagement is if they actually decide to pony up the monthly donation of $5 US to your particular program, which I think all told is a pretty damn good value, because I end up getting the news, and I get a spin, and I get editing, and I get your punditry. And I think for me personally that's worth it. That's why I'm a subscriber, but I think other people would be interested in that as well. That's another kind of validation. Well, I like to call it appreciation, because that's appreciating what you do and what you stand for. Yes, we don't necessarily agree all the time, and your audience, your target audience, your true fans are not necessarily going to agree with you either, but at least they're showing you that they are responding to your various entreaties, that they're responding to your particular engagement techniques. So I don't think it's wrong to actually ask your audience whether or not they like what you're doing. I think the famous Polish-American novelist, the late Jerzy Kosinski in 1991, who passed away in New York City, he had this great line, and he'd come on a lot of television talk shows and he'd say, flattery is good for the artist, it gets them writing more books. And I think that's true. And it also reminds me of that scene from that movie, The United States of Leland, where Don Cheadle, who plays the character Pearl, the teacher, goes to Ryan Gosling's character, of course he plays Leland, and he says, when Leland comes to him and tells him he does a little bit of writing, he dabbles in a little bit of wordsmithing. So Don Cheadle's character Pearl says to him, well, you're not much of a writer if people aren't reading your books. People got to read your stuff. So what you're looking for is appreciation, Vinny. You want people to actually be watching your stuff and telling you about it. Just a small tweak. But for those of you who don't know, Vinny puts a video out every single day, rain or shine, edited, not raw dog like I do, not one shot. They are one shots, but he puts in some other little things in there, some tricks and twists. You'll appreciate it, and I do, and I think most of his fans do. So thanks again, Vinny, for that episode 349, and thanks again for watching me out here in the snow north of the border. A different kind of funkiness. Wishing you the very best of things. And I just made a hole on the table with my hot cup of coffee, which is probably now ice cold. Woo! Love it when it gets this cold.